For my service learning project, I worked as a mentor for foster children through Brevard Family Partnership. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, over 435,000 children were in a foster care program in August of 2018. While there has been a steady decline in that number, it still continues to be a major problem in the U.S. Brevard Family Partnership is a non-profit organization that takes care of children in foster care and their families to allow them to be reunited or, if necessary, to find new families to be adopted into. They always seek to reunite, but there are situations where they are not able to do so. Years ago, the major cause of children being in foster care was child abuse of some fashion. Today, in Brevard County, the major reason is drug abuse with one or both parents. In either situation, it leaves the children displaced and at the least emotionally neglected and abandoned. The trauma that these children face is great and difficult to address. However, Brevard Family Partnership has taken on the cause. They provide resources and help for parents to be able to grow and become responsible adults. Meanwhile, they provide resources for the children to work through their traumas and grow behaviorally, emotionally, and academically. I have been working for over a year now as a mentor to some of these children. As a mentor, I would bring the children into the community and allow them to learn and interact with their peers and foster families as well. Some of the activities we would do would be going to a local park, playing basketball or tennis with them, encouraging them to obey rules and understand consequences, teaching them in areas of academics that they are lacking, and even playing board games and video games with them. I would play and instruct them in ways that would encourage their emotional growth and social skills. However, the difficulties these children face are intense and not to be overlooked. In one particular case, I mentored a young teenage boy who had severe anger issues and depression. He would often act out in anger, giving threats of to harm himself and others. Each time we would address the problem and give him ways to better deal with his emotions. Over the past year, I've watched him grow and change so positively. He certainly is not perfect, but he is making great strides in dealing with his anger and responding to situations more appropriately. I noticed that a big factor in determining the children's growth is how involved the foster parents are with the children. The aforementioned young teen was moved from one home to another after about 4 months of initially being placed in foster care. The last 8 months have shown the most critical growth for him. The difference? A foster parent who cares and loves a child like their own. Between his two foster parents, there was a vast difference of care and love that they gave to him. The first foster parent was lacking in genuine love over discipline. The second parent showed far greater love and care while enforcing discipline. As a result, the teen has shown far greater growth, obedience to the rules, and a genuine desire to become more for himself and his family. These lessons have taught me a lot about having my own family. I'm about to be a father for the first time, and some of the same lessons of fostering children apply to raising children of your own. You need to love and care for them while applying discipline. While my child won't have the same severe traumas as the foster children have, they still need the same nurturing and care that allow them to grow into the mature adults that they need to be in life. This can't happen unless my wife and I are actively involved in our children's lives. Second, I have learned of what great need there is in the community to help foster children and provide a loving home for them to grow in. There are thousands of foster homes, which still never seem to be enough, unfortunately. But among those homes are those who may not be caring well enough for the children they are fostering. Therefore, more loving and engaging families and individuals need to be proactive in helping foster children, whether fostering or volunteering their time with the children. Next, new and current parents need to have better educational, emotional, and relational support to prevent them from falling into behaviors or break out of behaviors that traumatize children and break apart families. Our society is built on individualism. which can leave many people and families isolated to their own vices. Instead, we should be encouraging and providing ways for families and communities to become more collective in their thinking and operating. This can change more outcomes of families and meet unmet needs and connections that a lot of adults and parents are missing in society. Ideally, there should not be a need for Brevard Family Partnership or any organization like it to exist in order for children to be safe and grow up in loving homes. Unfortunately, there is because of what our society lacks and parents who are hung up on their own weaknesses and vices. There are solutions to these problems that the right people can get society moving in that direction. Until then, places like Brevard Family Partnership and people like case managers, mentors, and therapists will be there to fill the void.